Alright, here we go. Monaco. This is the one race of the whole season that I never am looking forward to. I think I got a decent enough setup here, but we're gonna find out.
If there's one thing Formula One's most famous and challenging circuit probably didn't need, it was a damp and slippery track surface. It's time for a very tricky free practice session then, ahead of this weekend's Monaco Grand Prix. No cars on track just yet then. We'll be getting the green light in a couple of minutes, and all eyes are fixed on the sky. Anthony Davidson, I think they're hoping to spot a nice patch of blue heading this way.
Doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon though, does it? I'm not sure how many teams will be willing to send their cars out in these conditions, to be honest. There are guys out in the pit lane with leaf blowers trying to clear the worst of the standing water away, but it seems like a bit of a futile effort as things stand right now. Of course, the best way to clear water is to get cars out on track. The trouble is, no one wants to be the first one out there. As soon as one or two sensible lap times appear on the monitors though, more are guaranteed to follow.
Alright, so I think I got a decent setup here for this. We can afford to have kind of a bad race, and I think this is going to be kind of a bad race. Monaco, that's the name of the setup. So it's going to rain for this session, so there's really no point in going out on track to show you the session. It's just rain. It's just heavy rain.
Right, I'll get these changes made.
In fact, is it enters or full wet conditions? I don't know. There's 3 raindrops on that cloud in the weather conditions tab. So, and I'm assuming that's not going to change for this session. So basically, there's no point in doing practice if the race and qualify. Well, going to be a bit wet to start qualifying, but the race should be dry. Yeah. So there's really no point in doing any running. I've already done some testing and some running. So I know the setup should be decent, but I was really hoping for a dry practice session to be able to work on the setup a little bit and just get familiar with the track, but I guess we're just going to have to do it throughout qualifying and the race. Now, Monaco's a bit of an interesting one where you can do a bunch of laps and you won't really necessarily destroy the tires as much as you would at other circuits, just because it's much lower speed track. It's still fast, but it's one of the slower, probably the slowest track of the whole calendar. It has the slowest corner on the whole calendar, which Felipe Massa is approaching right now. I don't have any expectations for this race, other than just simply survive it. That's it. We could go and let's do it, because we're going to have to start qualifying in some wet conditions.
These conditions don't look like they're shifting. We're predicting at least 20 minutes of heavy rainfall.
Okay, let's go out and at least let's drive the track in the wet just to get a feel for the conditions, and because that way we can kind of just ramp it up for qualifying, because it's going to be raining a little bit, it seems, at the beginning of qualifying. So I wouldn't mind turning a lap or so in the wet and just kind of going easy. Don't destroy the car, just take it kind of easy. The setup is not made for wet conditions, so try to get a feel for the track. Without a doubt, the toughest track we'll go to all season. So
last lap moves you up to P2. We're seeing minor damage to the front wing. Be easy on the car to get it repaired. We don't want to risk making it bust. So far, our fastest lap is a 1 minute 29.9.
Considering I wasn't really pushing, I guess I'll take that. Anyway, let's just get on to qualifying, advance to qualifying.
Quick look at the classification at the end of the session then. Here are your top three. Hamilton, Raikkonen and Max Verstappen. That
No
concludes
point
an
in even
interesting...
paying attention to the standings, because standings don't really matter from that session. The session doesn't mean anything. Now, is it raining a lot for the start of Q1?
We're here in magical Monaco
it
for
is.
this afternoon's qualifying session, which will
Ugh.
be getting underway shortly. And as we count down to that green light, I have to say, Anthony Davidson, that this rain is not showing any signs whatsoever of abating. I imagine we'll be looking at some last-minute setup changes to better adapt these cars to the conditions. What do you think?
The trouble is, Crofty, they need to be thinking about the race tomorrow. You don't want to go jacking up the ride heights and piling on a few points of extra downforce that you're not going to want in the Grand Prix itself. The Parc Ferme regulations mean that you have to make that choice. The best thing the drivers can do is adapt with the tools they have available in the cockpit. Moving the brake bias forward will help stop the rear end slipping out under braking, and opening up the differential can really help tame the oversteer on corner exit. The drivers that can make best use of these techniques will have the best chance for success here today.
We don't think you'll have any trouble getting into the next session, so don't push too hard.
Well, this is the last chance to make any setup changes, but I'm just going to go through the setup real quick. Aerodynamics, transmission, suspension geometry, suspension settings, brakes, tires, weight distribution. Only thing really that we're going to change is the fuel. But let's put about 6.7 laps in, and let's just go out and do several laps. We did use a set of enters, but we really shouldn't need to use.
This heavy rain will last around 15 minutes, after which we should see a transition to light rain.
So it's going to lighten up by the end of the session. Let's go out. The problem is we might hit traffic if we do this, but let's go out later in the session. Wait for the rain to kind of abate just a little bit. And around about 10 minutes we'll probably go out. It's going to get a lot easier in terms of, there goes the rain. Rain has adjusted. So we'll go out now. time
Take it
out.
easy to start with. The track's wet.
Got enough fuel to get us around the track a few times. Probably should have put a couple extra laps of fuel in the car, but anyway, we're gonna turn a few laps here. We just need to get through to Q2, that's the main thing. Well, thank you for putting that Haas out in front of me. Very awkward pit lane exit here in Monaco. Just glad it's not raining for the race here. Build a gap between ourselves and the car in front, so we don't have to worry about essentially running into traffic. Hate this corner. Uh-oh. Cars all over the place. It's a good thing we have multiple laps to do this. Oh. Q1.
You're doing well out there. Keep it up. We're looking at about 10 more minutes of rain. 10 minutes. Your lap times are down on Kimmy's. You're down on Kimmy's times. laps of fuel left. Kimi is in P3. P3 on the grid.
So it should be... Oh my god, it's still raining? Oh. You gotta be joking me. It's still freaking raining for Q2. Are you serious? We're gonna actually have a full wet The grid's gonna be determined by a wet qualifying session. Are you pissing in my cereal? Alright. Well, same strategy, I guess. Give me the setup tab. We need to put a little more fuel in the car than we did. We didn't quite have enough, in my opinion, so put a few more. It'll make the car a little bit heavier. We just gotta, yeah, just gotta go out there and give it a shot. I cannot believe we're doing this in the wet. Qualifying in the wet around here. at least the transitions between Q1 and Q2 are kind of realistic. I mean, it's still raining at the end of Q1, so you would expect it to be raining at the start of Q2. But man, to do all this in the wet is just a joke. So Kimi's right out behind us. The worst part about Monaco is it's all about timing. You see, the track is drying out a bit though. It's all about patience in the wet around here. Go Kimi, just get around me. AI come out of the pits in like rich mix or whatever, or max fuel. So they're on maximum engine mode. I'm in lean mix, just trying to save some fuel and not push too hard right out of the pits. Just gonna let Kimi do his thing. Don't really care. The hard part about the lap is you have to do it on max fuel, max engine mode, and that makes it very difficult for traction, but it's the fastest way around the track in qualifying. As it dries out, it seems to be getting better for the car. Held up by Stoffel Van Dorn. Actually went fastest, what the hell?
Kimi's currently in P5.
Wait, is Stoffel on no, he's on inters. So that's not going to be an improvement. Stoffel's in the way. I was hoping he would pit in or something.
That's the fastest lap so far. Well done. Minor, but you'll need to take it easy to avoid making the problem worse. He's currently in P6, 6th place. We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
I can feel them judging me for smashing the front wing. So are we much faster? We're 8/10 clear of Valtteri Bottas. That's just how solid that was for us. Okay. Fastest second and third sectors. And well clear.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:26.2.
Alright, so there's 3:13. There's no point doing another lap. We can basically just fast forward. I don't know, Valtteri. Maybe now he improves here or something. Nope, stays second. Stays in second. There's really no point in waiting. Oh boy, Kimi 3/10 off now. So Kimi improved, had a fastest first sector. Yep, fastest in that session. Alright, cool. So is it dry? I was finally dry. Alright, it's finally dry. Now, are we going to have pace here? In the dry. We should honestly, we should just go out as soon as we can. Get as clear of a track as we can. Or give ourselves as clear of a track as we can. Drive out. Yep, everyone's going out.
Clear the garage, please. Car ready to leave.
And then we'll go out toward the end of the session before everyone else goes out. Since this should be a pretty normal qualifying session here. We could honestly probably turn a couple laps on these ultra soft tires, especially considering we'll have a free choice of tire because we did Q2 on intermediates. Okay, thank you game for spitting me out toward the yellow line. Corner cutting. What? The pit lane exit here is awkward. All to have grip again. Yeah, this is going to be so much faster around this track now. Oh god, don't hit the... I don't know why, but the front end really wants to go toward the barrier. It's almost like it's magnetized toward the barrier here. Oh no, Grosjean, you're not getting in front of me. Sorry. Go away, Grosjean. Leave me alone. Doing my qualifying laps now. I'm going to help him out. Give him a tow. There isn't much of a tow to be had at Monaco. He's really staying with me. Not through there. He's not. It's scruffy through there.
Fuel. You'll need to return to the pits within the next couple of laps.
Only good enough for P3. And I thought that was a stonker of the lap. It felt pretty good.
Ricardo is ahead of you. Their best lap time is a 1 minute 14.1.
Ah, he's got 3/10 on us.
Kimi's currently P2. Their best lap time is a 1:13.5.
Oof. That's brutal. Perez has gone faster. You know there's time in it for us.
Kimmy's currently P2.
Thanks for the reminder. Tell me the car's okay.
Okay, we should be good on tyres for a while. The wear doesn't seem too bad at the moment. Just take care when you load them up. Tyre wear rates are lower than we expected. Tyres and brakes need cooling. Go easy into the next few corners, please.
The no smoking sign is a nice touch up there. Hey guys, don't smoke. It's bad for your lungs. I can't have mechanics with bad lungs. There's Kimmy. Man, we are way off the pace to start. After we had such decent pace in the wet there. Alright, so what, I wonder what the maximum really is today. It's not going to be pole. Hamilton on pole? Yep, Hamilton on pole. Whew. Way off the pace. Barely faster than Verstappen. Alright, well, let's just go and prepare for the end of this session. So, grab me a new set of ultra soft tires.
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 14.4.
Monitor the time remaining. We're gonna go out in another couple minutes, so just take some fuel out of the car. Oh, that's as much as we can put in the car, or that's the minimum we can put in the car. All right, we're fine. All right, well, let's see. We're gonna just accelerate a little bit to get to about right here. All right, let's go before everyone else does.
Okay, let's go.
This is a gamble because the track's gonna rubber up by the end of the session, but I don't want to take a risk of trying to be the last guy out, and then we run into traffic doing it. So this is also a gamble because they'll probably all be coming out of the pits. They'll probably all be coming out of the pits right as I'm starting my flying lap. It's just there's no winning around here. Don't want to start P6. Just gonna go and say that. Don't want to start P6. Hate this hairpin. Start the lap, the faster we can start the lap, the better the chance we're going to give ourselves to not have traffic. Go, someone's coming out of the pits. It was a bit of a corner cut, but I didn't mean to. Uh-oh. Hate to say it, but the grip just isn't there right now. Oh yeah, the differential. Well, at least we threw the car around that lap. Only to get P4.
That last lap moved you into P4.
Nah, car's just not good enough around here. Just keep knocking the front wings.
We're seeing minor damage to the front wing. Be easy.
Shut up, Jeff. Alright, whatever. I hate that I keep knocking the front wing, but it doesn't come without pushing. I'm giving it everything. It is what it is. Probably going to be P4 on the grid, maybe? Question mark. Oh, P5. Ah. Just feels fruitless. You know how hard it is going to be to overtake around here. So the grid position is everything. I mean, qualifying is basically to set. Qualifying almost determines the race results for the most part. That's the end. That's got to be the end of the session. I mean, we've already been ducked back down to P5, so it's just.
We've had to spend time repairing the damage to the car. Our best lap so far is a.
And, you know, and there it is. I mean, a few tenths there. I mean, I'd be fine with being behind Hamilton, Raikkonen, and Bottas. I'd be fine being behind those guys. It's Ricardo that's kind of annoying that we're not faster than by a few tenths. Just a few tenths in it, and then Valtteri a few tenths in it as well. I mean, that's the difference. I don't know specifically where we have that second sector covered, but the first sector, I mean, you can see that we're just slower there. Second sector, we're slower. There's no point in sitting here and dawdling over it. Results aren't what they are.
So qualifying
P5 on the grid, yep.
All set for an exciting race tomorrow. Your top three are Hamilton,
All right.
Raikkonen,
Well,
and
whatever.
Valtteri Bottas. The grid is set then, so that just leaves the race itself. Join us tomorrow, where we'll be live with all the action. And until then, it's goodbye.
I don't know the corner cutting thing that I got the warning for that, but whatever. This game can be weird sometimes.
It's time to head down to the track now for today's championship race. And I wonder, who's going to come out on top?
Alright, let's go. Monaco.
The astonishing Circuit de Monaco is, for all intents and purposes, virtually unchanged since its inaugural race back in 1929. The faster cars of today, though, ensure the 19 corners past the casino and along the seafront remain as thrilling as ever. A 2.1-mile lap here takes us around an entire country, yet never more than inches from the race-ending barriers. A tough race in store then for our drivers today, so tell me, Anthony Davidson, what will you be looking out for as the cars make their way down into turn one?
Well, first of all, let's hope that everyone's well behaved and we can have a nice incident-free start. That initial release is going to be the most interesting thing. The clean side of the grid will be better rubbered in, so keep an eye out for cars over
the
there
grid
potentially
girls
making their way through.
With that then, let's run through the grid order. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Kimi Raikkonen completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Ricciardo, Sebastian Vettel, and Perez, Verstappen, Massa, Grosjean, and Fernando Alonso, Ocon, Hulkenberg, Jolyon Palmer, and Magnussen, Van Dorn, Kvyat, Carlos Sainz, and Lance Stroll, Ericsson, and Pascal Wehrlein completes the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Alright.
Okay, don't try anything silly into one. It's going to be crazy in there. Just do your best to stay out of trouble.
Free choice of tire, right? So, I forget the two-stop. Want to start on a set of supers or a set of soft tires. Move that stent, finish on a set of super softs, and that would give us, if we went to a set of ultra softs. Track position is king. We could go long on a set of soft tires. And I think that's what I'm going to do. "41 laps on a set of softs." We'll do 43 laps on a set of softs. 43 laps, soft tires. And we're going to put this strategy as well in here. So we're just going to do a ton of laps on a set of soft tires. We're going to do an easy one stop here. Easy one stop. I'm going to describe the strategy here in the chat. First stint 1, soft tire, 41 laps. Stint 2, super soft tire for 35 laps. So we're going to go to lap 41, pit, super soft tire, and do 35 laps. There you go. Fuel-wise, pretty easy to conserve fuel here. So I'm going to underfuel the car by a little bit. By like a lap of fuel. Yeah, we'll do like a lap. Do like something like a lap of fuel. Maybe less than a lap of fuel. Let's do less than a lap of fuel. More than a lap of fuel. Whatever. Underfuel the car by more than a lap. One more time. The car set up. 11 wings. There's transmission, suspension geometry, suspension brakes, tires, weight distribution. We'll just tweak the brake bias throughout the race. Hopefully we don't have any incidents running into the barriers around here because we have to turn 78 laps of Monaco. Formation lap time. You don't have grid position.
Power unit cycle, so let's concentrate on bringing tires and brakes up to temperature.
When you don't have grid position, you have to beat them with strategy, and everyone on ultra softs could mean this is a one-stop race or two-stop race for them, rather. So I believe we can get these guys with one stop. I really do. Just gonna be patient in this race. We're faster than everyone behind us. We're in a good spot in that I don't know, we might be faster than Ricciardo in the race, but and if we are, we just get past him. As long as I don't have anyone pressure me from behind in the race, because I think we're faster than Perez and everyone behind us. On raw pace. Shouldn't have to worry about that. We can just go long. Just worry about our own race.
It should be a few laps at least before you start feeling too many tyre issues.
Okay.
They seem in good condition for the time being. Your tyres and brakes are getting too hot. Try and be less aggressive through the corners.
Be less aggressive through the corners. Let's try to have this good run down to turn 1. Have the inside. I'm always nervous about turn 1. I don't know what to expect here. There's the
rest of the grid is forming
There's
up.
the podium
Be patient.
on the
Watch for
left,
the lights.
just right there to the left, top left corner of the screen. That's the podium, where the podium ceremonies take place. Hopefully we'll be up there. Uh-oh, Perez got past us. He had a really good start. Remember, we're going much longer than these guys are. The only issue is super soft tires or soft tires versus ultra soft tires. That's what we're competing against right now. My car is doing a lot of sliding around at the moment. We can afford a bogey track, and I think Monaco is going to be our big bogey track. Don't know what that handling issue is all about. Hopefully those ultra soft tires die pretty quickly.
Okay, we're low on fuel. Try shifting up the gears a little sooner. This should help us save some fuel.
I don't know what's up with the handling of the car, but it's all over the place. You seeing this? Alright, I'm jumping the differential way down.
DRS is now enabled and will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS
Car is
zone.
struggling. I might have to go to ultra soft tires in the second half of the race. Oh, are you kidding me?
You've knocked the front wing. The damage only looks minor, but you'll need to take it easy to avoid making the problem worse.
Good job, Verstappen. Go, Verstappen.
Okay, box. We're adjusting the strategy.
Oh my God.
Come in this lap.
Max, you suck. I don't know what's going on with the car, but it's all over the damn place. This becomes a 2-stop, I think.
Your lap times are falling off. We want need to pit him for repairs. Box, box, box.
Oh. I don't know why the car is all over the place in this race, but there's just been no grip. Put on whatever tire you guys want. I don't care.
Go, go, go.
Oh, this car sucks. God, this car sucks.
We'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in our strategy.
Alright, whatever. Pump the differential way up. Screw this. Hate coming to Monaco every single time. I'm gonna try to finish the race on this tire. I know it sounds crazy. Might be a 2-stop though. Might have to do a late stop on ultras. Seriously, the car is handling so much worse than it was before. It's not even handling the same as it was in qualifying. It's just all over the place. There's no grip anywhere.
Gap to car in front is 4.9 seconds. Understood, copy that.
I want Jeff to not even come on the radio for the rest of the race. We need a safety car in this race. Tried to not let Perez get past me, but he had a much better start than I did. There's nothing I could do about it. Never had so little grip in my life. thing is, Alonso didn't race here in 2017. He was at the Indy 500. Gonna need a well-timed safety car in this race. About lap 40 or so would be good. Need to bump the brake bias up more. It's terrible. Terrible on the brakes. No stability. Just no grip out here. We might be able to finish the race on this tire. Oh no, are they coming to lap me? That's how far down we are? They're coming to lap me. Oh well, screw you, FIA. getting excellent feedback on the road through my wheel here. I'm not exaggerating. Bumps are ridiculous. If you were to pit now, you'd come out 20th. No, you don't say. Catching Verstappen, I think. I'm in full fuel saving mode. Not anymore, I'm pushing it up to make up for that last corner. These cars in this game never handled well around Monaco. It's not my day.
We're considering switching to an alternate strategy. Do you want to change or stick to plan A?
Oh my God. Do whatever you want, Jeff.
Okay, copy that.
I think we should retire the car.
So, another fantastic victory for the Silver Arrows. Anthony, what do you
Well, that's
think
big
made the
for
difference here?
that's big for
I think a large
Hamilton and
part
for
of the result comes
Mercedes.
down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get
Told
the
you we were
best
going to
out
have
of
a
the
bad
car,
race.
to maximise the strategy and to stay
It
out
just
of
kind of
trouble.
makes up for the dominance to start the
Here come
season,
our
I guess.
winning drivers then, out onto the podium at
Whatever.
the end
I
of
didn't
a
want to drive
thrilling
this track
Grand
anyway.
Prix. The drama and excitement are over, and it's time to let it all sink in. Congratulations to our top three today.
I can never drive Monaco. Doesn't matter what year of the game.
And after
I
this
can never
round
drive
of the
this
World
track.
Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Well, the lead at the top has come down after a poor result for our points leader. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Probably Danny Kvyat. The young Russian has a lot to live up to, and I think he did just that today.
On to the constructors then. The lead at the top comes down after a strong weekend from the challenging pack. Meanwhile, Renault move up the table with another strong performance this weekend.
Wow.
It was great having you with us for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Until next time though, goodbye.
This track doesn't drive right in this game. It just doesn't. It just doesn't drive right. So, take a quick look at the start. Didn't have a great start. Had a lot of wheel spin. That Perez just got us on the outside. I had to respect the outside that he had. And tried to fight for that position, but again, soft tire, trying to fight against that ultra soft. I think I need to change my wheel settings for Monaco as well. I think it's just, the car was so twitchy, all over the place, hard to control it. It was going to be impossible to do 78 laps. I always hate this track. Always hate it. Hi. Hello. What are you doing? My lap is not available to sit in, but okay. Yeah, the car was so twitchy, it kept getting oversteer on corner exit. Tried playing with the diff settings. Diff settings didn't do anything. Just struggled. Just the most annoying race I've attempted to do. So basically, this was a bogey track. Hopefully Baku isn't a bogey track. Next we go to Canada, which should be a much better track for us. I mean, I do want to see the crash that led to us colliding with Verstappen, because that was a very awkward moment. And I think we got just a bunch of oversteer, a kick of oversteer out of this corner up here, and we just ended up crashing. It was on the next lap. Thank you for sneezing on me. What do you want? A horrible time for you to come sit on my lap. You see how much oversteer I was getting. Just massive kicks of oversteer coming out of the corners. Couldn't get any grip, any traction. It's not a good setup for this track. I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna be smart and have this cheeky one-stop soft tire to the super soft. Nope. This is the lap where we lost the car. Watch the car spin out right here. Come down and the car just gets way loose. Then it fishtails the other way, and then Verstappen runs into us, which just makes our problems worse. Ugh. Not good. Just not good. Here's what Verstappen saw. Oops. Verstappen's on board of that stupid incident. The car just snapped, then snapped back the other way. And he ran into us, which is what basically caused that. I'm pretty sure he ran into us, which is what caused us to go into the barrier. So he's why we ended up in the barrier. Just lost it. I didn't move over. Yeah, he ran right into me. Then I got ran into again. Well, on to Canada. Where I'm going to move the AI back to whatever we had it on, 93, 94. So that race brings Hamilton back into it. His race win there is huge. You get no points. So there's 125 point swing right there. Just gonna skip this intro because we'll get to it tomorrow.
Live in Montreal.
Quit. Quit to main menu. Can you stop digging your claws into me? So let's go in and let's just click this just to see the championship standings updated. It's a 17-point gap at the top now with that last race at Monaco. So that's a huge turnaround. Things get really spicy going to Canada. We'll have some tough races, I guarantee it, as we continue throughout the season, but putting the points in the bag through the first... What are you doing? Through the first several races has been huge. I hope I got a picture of that. I did. I got a picture of it. Alright. I don't know. My cat is all sprawled out on me. In a very weird way. Why are you bothering me? Oh, we're streaming. Oh, we're gonna cut the stream here. 17-point gap at the top. So let's call it here. I'm going to prepare for Jeddah. We'll do that later tonight, especially to make up for this race. We'll definitely do Jeddah now. I was contemplating whether I wanted to hold off for tomorrow, but we'll do it later tonight. Let me try to turn this. Let me try to cut this stream here.